Well, 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 that ain't too bad. That's like way more flights than I thought there would be. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Happy New Year. As you can tell, I'm at one of my favorite places of all time, back out here at the airport. Oh, I hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope you got everything you wanted from Santa. Maybe not everything, but close to most things. Today, I thought we'd go over the current status of travel here in the Tampa Bay area. And what better place to do that at than Tampa International Airport. As you can see, probably a lot more flights here than where you're at, even though that should be mind-boggling, right? I happen to be in one of the states in America that has absolutely, hands down, the highest rate of infection anywhere in the world. But yet, you know, we refuse to acknowledge this. Currently, I am in the cell phone waiting lot of Tampa International Airport. You can see behind me the flight chart of what's going on. Let's examine this for a moment, shall we? We're still going to Puerto Rico. Nationwide, looks like Phoenix, Philadelphia, Houston, New York. Oh, I wouldn't be going to New York if I were you. I wouldn't be coming here to Florida if I were you either, to be honest. But, you know, Atlanta, my favorite city. Atlantic City, I'd definitely stay away from there. All right, well, in all honesty, it looks like everything is 100% domestic travel. I don't see anything that's outside the U.S. In a few moments, we'll head on over into the airport and actually get a look at what's going on inside over there. I'm guessing the terminal is going to be quite quiet. Sad. Quite sad, but quite necessary. I'm not quite sure everybody understands what's going on. At this time, when I thought we'd be well past this, we're just getting to the tip of the iceberg, aren't we? But, as you can see, they're still allowing domestic travel. We'll go over inside some of these destinations. Which ones I would and wouldn't actually go to, which ones I will and will not be going to currently. But all in all, I'd just like to say it is absolutely great to be back with you all again. I took a couple of weeks off to get my head together, had some things to take care of, actually working out of a new place now that there is vaccinations underway here. And so I am actually back in a clinic. I'm doing administrative work right now, but soon to be administering shots to the public. Anyway, not today's subject. Let's head into the terminal. Getting kind of windy out here, and let's take a look around. See how the hairport, like my new hair, sporting some hair this year. Try something a little different. Gonna keep a little length to it. Rini always likes it shaved, but not me so much. Well, we'll head into the airport where it's 100% required to wear a mask. And I have quite a selection now. But as you can see, not quite the board it used to be. 100% domestic flights. Nothing international whatsoever. But let's see. Let's see if here in Florida we're allowing anyone from anywhere outside of the U.S. in. You know, I heard rumors that there were flights from like the Virgin Islands or the Cayman Islands or certain island nations that are owned by the Dutch and the French, but I find that hard to believe. That'd be very irresponsible. But then again, we all know, people here in my country, we so believe in freedom that it's not irresponsible, it's freedom. Anyway, I can tell you, man, I haven't heard a plane go by yet, but let's head into the terminal and see what we got. Ooh, there goes the tram. I'm a fan of that always.
Yes.
Screen, right?
Yes.
Up the escalator.
All right. As we can see, it's quite busy, huh? There's a few airlines still making some money. Let me know, is it quite this busy where you're at? I don't think so, man. Most of the airports I've seen in most of the videos lately look like graveyards. This seems a bit different, huh? Look. United. See, I guess, let's go back this way, but I guess in all reality, that is one of the massive advantages to living in a country that is as big as 20 other countries. The landmass of the United States is 3/4 of North America, pretty much. So you see, even our domestic travel is still at a very high and extreme rate. Hello, everybody. The traveler's aid is all masked up. They probably can't believe anybody's out here. That doesn't need to be. But I have to check for you guys. What do you think so far? Your airport's this busy? You guys doing this kind of business? Yeah, it depends on which terminal you're in too, right? That was United and American and Spirit. We know they were busy. Well, let's see. Let's see if we can get a look at the actual arrivals board. Arrivals and departure. There's a lot of people just hanging around, man, for the airport. No. Not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm looking for. Tell you what, Lufthansa. Yeah, here we go. These particular terminals aren't doing as well. Let's see, American's board. They're so busy. Let's see where they're going to. Oh, what I tell you. Everything domestic only. Charlotte, Dallas, Miami, Philadelphia, Washington. There is zero destination outside the continental United States. And as you can see, our country is insanely large, right? So, giving us a massive advantage in this slowed down tourism trade. Because even domestic tourism in our country is more than most of your countries see from international tourism. Oh, here we go. Here's a real departures and arrivals board. Let's investigate this a little more seriously. Let's see. The furthest away I see anything coming from is San Juan. That is in Puerto Rico, which is a Commonwealth of the United States. So it's an island. Oh, Havana, Cuba. Okay, well, see what I tell you. I had to take it back. There is a flight from Havana, Cuba, arriving right now. Oh, man. America really is losing its coconuts. All the rest of the travel you see up here on this board is all domestic flights, every single one of them. From all, I'd say about 30 different states. It's not even from all over the country. It's like there's no flights from Hawaii or anything like that I see up here. Vegas. People still going to Vegas? Don't go to Vegas. JetBlue from San Juan landed. Check that out, huh? But I still think the most impressive one is going to be Havana, Cuba. Flight 5907 lands at 1:30, now at the gate. So, as you can see, America still hasn't learned its lesson. We're still having international flights come into this country. When will we learn? I don't know. Love my brothers and sisters in Cuba, but oh my God, man, not a good idea. It's another country that has a very high rate of infection. All right, let's try this. Escalator with no hands. This is the main, kind of the main terminal, kind of the main arrival, departure, find your gate. This is the terminal where all the food places are at. Well, I have to tell you, man, ain't nothing really closed here. Let me take Let's see. Well, the Mexican grill couldn't handle it, but Chick-fil-A, no problem. Wendy's, no problem. Interesting. Anything with a giant corporate logo, no problem. Anything with a custom logo, no go. But as you can see, quite busy. Oh, let's see, Air Canada. You know that's one of the closed. Air Canada closed. Delta closed. Frontier closed. Okay, no going north. It ain't gonna be allowed. Not until February 14th. That's what I've been told. And if it is, I'll be on the first flight. But you go to Cuba if you want. Canada, Cuba. Let's see. What's going on the other side of the airport? I tell you, it's sparse for a Saturday afternoon. But I have to say, I'm impressed. Let's just walk around and see what's open and not, because it looks like mostly everything is open. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know, man. Everything is open, huh? To my surprise. I mean, this is doing better than most malls in most countries. I don't know. Tampa Airport, very impressive. This is the reason I decided to come here. I tell you right now, I had no idea that they were doing this well. Every shop is open. Every store is open. Travel clothing. It's like they haven't missed a beat. I don't even see anything on sale. We'll head around to the east side of the airport. See, Starbucks is doing well. I have to say, friends, overall, quite much more crowded than I thought it would be. It's too loud back here. The Hard Rock. Looks like the Hard Rock's open. P.F. Chang's. Oh, look like the Chang didn't make it. This side of the airport must be more international travel. It's way more quiet. Let's see. Chang ain't making it. But I heard this whole chain is struggling, so I'm not surprised. But here at the Tampa Airport, P.F. Chang's closed. I still see groups of people hanging out. Public transport, pretty busy. Hard Rock stores, again, anything with a giant corporate logo doesn't seem to be having any type of slowdown noticeably. I'm sure they are, but look, Hard Rock jamming, full of people. Oh, I'm glad to see everybody's wearing a mask. Hard Rock store open. See, that's what I mean. Alaska Airlines. We have, it's unfair. Maybe that's part of it. It's just too unfair for you guys, but we have so much viable country that I guess it doesn't affect tourism the same way it does in other places. I'm happily surprised. I think last time I came here was when I was traveling to, where'd I go? I don't know, Denver or Chicago or one of those places a couple of months ago. And this place was a complete ghost town. It wasn't as busy as it is. So I'm not going to lie, there are a couple of stores that are closed. I'm not quite sure if they're closed. Unless the Dolly Museum. They're probably only closed because, you know, they don't put anybody here on the weekends because there's not enough travelers right now. But it's not closed. Tech on the go. All right, you know, there may be one or two places, bigger places, that requires a lot of foot traffic to stay busy. Well, PGA Pro Store. Man, people come to Florida just for the golf. It's another thing. Sports tourism is up. Sports tourism is up like 38% in Florida. So where we lose in one, we pick up in another. It's. I know it sounds crazy, but that's the way it works. I am quite impressed. Oh, and then of course, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. Between this amazing agency right here, with SpaceX and everything going on, And then this guy right here. There's no way tourism ever goes down in this state. That's true. It's 100% an unfair comparison. You guys don't stand a chance ever. Between the mouse and the rockets, come on, who can make it? But I'm impressed. It's doing way better than I ever thought. There's way more people here and every store open. I'd say maybe 1 in 10 stores are closed. And it doesn't look like they're closed. It looks like they just shuttered up until things get busy again. So not bad at all. Tell you what, let's take a trip upstairs, see if we can get on the roof. When I came to park, they said that was all closed, but you know, where there's a will, there's a way, right? We get up there and that'll really give us a good idea of what's going on as far as air traffic wise, right? We'll be able to see with our own eyes what's coming and going. Although I ain't heard a plane the entire time I've been in here, so they gotta be few and far between. But let's head upstairs and see what we can find. Old Tower, New Tower. As you can see, there is not a heck of a lot going on here anymore. The roof is pretty much closed off. I couldn't come up here to park. I had to hoof it up the stairs. Isn't that horrible? They make us work if you want it now. Isn't much plane activity, but oh, it's so nice to see one every once in a while. This is one of my favorite places on earth. I can see they resurfaced the whole thing. It is absolutely beautiful. As we saw, not too much going on in the terminal, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Tell you what, it's more of a parking lot now than an airport. Although, as you can see today, those gentlemen there in the distance, those guys are getting ready to take off. They're all lined up one at a time. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lined up. Actually, commuter planes going to other places. Oh, isn't that a pretty sound? It's been so long since we've heard that. I'd love to see one of them go, but it's more like a parking lot than anything. UPS, that's the busiest planes in the sky, and FedEx. Let's take a walk around here to the other side of the runway and see what's going on. No wonder it's closed off. I had no idea they were painting. Great job. See, at least they're utilizing the time correctly. And here we got some movement. Some trams, some airplanes. As we saw in the terminal, it is a sad sight to see not much going on between the buildings. So many of the shops just either closed or doing 0% foot traffic. American Airlines, nice. That's going, I think American was going to Denver. I don't know. The only places they're going to today is Chicago, Denver, pretty much Midwest, East Coast. Even you can see the traffic. Not much going on traffic-wise either. This is a Saturday afternoon. It would be bumper to bumper. Tampa's pretty busy. The Tampa International Airport. Oh, there goes the plane. Let's take a walk over to the other side. I guess they're using the southern they're using the southern runway. That threw me off for a minute. Caught me by surprise. Nah, just kidding. Inside joke. Yeah, I could feel the winds coming from that side, so should have went there to begin with. But yeah, like we saw, not exactly the hubbub of traffic it used to be. Not even close to a bad slow day. Pretty much just a bad time all around. It just feels so good to have that thing off my face. I wonder how these two cars got stuck up here. It always sucks. Somehow the entire parking lot's closed, but there always seems to be two cars that get stuck. It's barricaded downstairs. They have painted underneath them, so I'm guessing these are later entries. You know, usually not the best thing in the world to just remove barricades and do your own thing, because now they put some spike sticks down there. Maybe it's airport police, who knows. Let's head back over this way. What a nice modernization they've done up here. Although I have to probably apologize for the wind because it's barbaric on my face. So therefore, it must be quite the loud background sound. But I just thought it would be a tremendous injustice to leave here without seeing some actual planes fly and land, take off, taxi, something. Like I said, down in the terminal, my hopes are high. My ambition for travel this year will be domestic with at least 2 out-of-country stops, like Canada and either Mexico or some other wonderful place that decides to open. I don't know. Up to them. I'll go anywhere that would accept somebody from Florida. Not an easy thing to find. Okay, here we are on the other side. Oh, all right. Some little aircrafts. A little aircraft. Let's see what they got going on here. A little private jet getting out. Woo! Yep, this is definitely the windier side of the airport. Although, let's be honest, for an international airport of this capacity, this is zero air traffic, man. Oh, they're coming in from this side. I haven't seen one of these in a while. Doesn't that look nice? Give you hope. Hope of a new day. A new year, new day. We'll all be getting on those again quite soon. Trust me. Comes another. It's just glistening in the distance if you can see it there. I'm waiting for that little one to take off, man. Must have his clearance, should be coming zooming by any second, but here comes another. Man, I don't think there would be that much distance between planes back in the day, but take the good with the bad. It is fun to see again, though. I have to admit, I do miss it. I want to be on one of those soon.